Hey guys, LMC is back. Yes! I've been off the bike for like 5 weeks because of my surgery, and I'm back on the bike today. And the first thing I thought I'd do is come out for a ride because, as luck would have it, the first day I'm allowed back on the bike, it's beautiful weather here in Melbourne. And so I wanted to make a video for you guys to let you know that I'm back. So let's go for a quick ride up one of my favourite roads here in Melbourne. Let's do it. So, first off, thanks to everyone who stuck with me. I actually went on a little break with about 300 odd subscribers and came back with like 340. So that was great. I actually got more when I wasn't making any videos. I expected to lose some. I probably did lose some, but it doesn't matter. So all of you who stuck in there with me, even though I was away for about 5 weeks and not making any videos, thank you very much. But I'm back now. What have I been up to? Well, not a whole lot. I mean, I spent like the first week on bed rest and couldn't do jack. And then, you know, the second sort of 3 or 4 weeks I was pretty mobile, but I wasn't allowed to be on the bike. I wasn't allowed to do any sort of physical exertion, so I just had to take it easy. But it did mean that I got to do a whole lot of sitting around and relaxing, which I enjoyed because I usually work really hard for my PhD. So it was really, really good to kind of have a bit of a mental break, which was really nice. So I caught up on all sorts of TV shows, played a bunch of video games, which I haven't done in ages. What did I watch? Oh, I caught up on The Walking Dead. Walking Dead's awesome. I sort of fell off the horse with The Walking Dead there for a little while. I only watched like the first 3 or 4 seasons. So I got up to speed on that, now I'm up to date. Sons of Anarchy, I finished that off, finally. All those little things you just don't get time to do. I also chalked up like, I don't know, maybe 100 hours playing The Witcher 3. I couldn't put that game down. And as bloody luck would have it, now that I'm about to go back to work, another game, Fallout 4, is coming out, and I go back to work. Oh well, I'll just have to play that on the weekends and stuff. Oh, come on, Mr. or Mrs. Odyssey. What are you doing to me? You're killing me. Oh well, I suppose it's lucky I'm just taking it easy and having a chat to you guys. What else did I do? I upgraded my computer. If you've been following me on my Facebook page, you'll have known most of this anyway, because I've sort of put a few photos up and stuff. So I upgraded my computer. I had I just had sort of an air-cooled PC to begin with, and so I decided I'd set myself a little project and go all out and water cool my computer. I didn't do a full upgrade. I've still got all my same hardware. I just bought water cooling components and stuff like that and added that into the mix, which was cool. That was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I tell you what, if you're a PC enthusiast like me, but you've only ever been on air cooling and you're thinking about getting into water cooling, I recommend it. It's heaps of fun, but fuck, it's a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be honest. I thought it was going to be quite straightforward. I was wrong. I was very wrong. And I even did a pretty simple build. I mean, these days the trend is to do what's called like hard tubing acrylic builds, where all of the tubes that you know, move the water throughout the system are made of like a hard acrylic tube, and so you have to like cut them in, you know, to precision lengths, and if you want to bend them, you've got to heat them up and bend them precisely, and it's all really fiddly. So I thought, for my first water cooling build, I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just simply going to use soft tubing. I'm glad I did that. But even then, with the soft tubing, it was still a pain in the ass. If you're going to water cool your PC, you just have to be prepared to make multiple trips or visit your local PC store multiple times. No matter how much you plan the build out, you will never have all of the parts you need on your first shop. You'll always have to go back and forth, and that was a real pain in the ass for me because I wasn't meant to be driving or anything, so I had to kind of like order the parts and then have them delivered, do a bunch of work on the build, realize what parts I was missing, order some more, wait for them to get delivered again. So it was a real sort of slow give and take kind of thing, but got there in the end. There wasn't any rush. What else have I done? Not much really. TV shows, movies, games, computers, all the stuff I like that I don't get to do when I'm working on my studies. Another thing that happened while I was away, or off the bike, was that Victoria legalized lane filtering, which is pretty cool. So I think if you might remember a little while ago, a little while ago I did a video where I talked about lane filtering versus lane splitting very briefly, and kind of touched on why I thought lane filtering was safe and why I like to do it. But so obviously the Victorian government decided to review the laws and sort of went through the whole process of thinking about the pros and cons, and must have agreed with me. Well, not me personally, but agreed with my point of view, which I'm sure is a point of view shared by heaps of people here in Australia, which is that it's actually a bit safer. So now what we're allowed to do in Victoria is filter up to 30 kilometers an hour. So I think we can't filter between two rows of traffic where one is going one way and the other one is coming towards us, but we can filter between two rows of traffic going the same way, or I think a row of traffic and a row of parked cars. I don't think we can do it between a row of traffic and a curb. The space is too small, presumably, or whatever. But basically you can do it between rows of traffic heading in the same direction, and you can do it up to 30 kilometers an hour as long as you don't have your learner's permit, so you have to actually hold a license. And that's great. I mean, 30 kilometers an hour is not that fast, but I'll take it. You know, it's good to know that that sort of slow pace filtering through stationary and slow moving traffic will now be legal, and I can do it without any fear of being pinched by the law. So that's great. That is so good. Oh, I'm so excited to be back on the bike. It's been so weird to be off it for 5 weeks. This thing though, bloody great. I didn't do anything to it. All I did was give it a wash before I put it away. Then I stuck it under a bike cover, and that was it. I didn't get a trickle charger for it. I didn't do anything to sort of prep it for storage. I just washed it, stuck a cover over it, and forgot about it for 5 weeks. And then today, when I got up and decided I was going to go for a ride, make a video for you guys, I just turned it on and it started up. Didn't even struggle. Didn't even need, you know, any more cranks than it would usually of the starter motor. Just off it went. No dramas. Here we are in Sassafras. Let's turn right so we can get rid of this obnoxiously slow Honda Odyssey. What are we doing? But I mean, look at this day. Oh no, don't you pull out, Mr. Honda. Bloody crazy Hondas everywhere. Here he says, riding a Honda motorcycle. I appreciate the hypocrisy there, don't worry. So yeah, I'm back on board. I'm going to start making more videos again now. Probably run down to A1, get a couple of bikes, and also do some other vloggy style of videos, which I'm looking forward to doing. But I'm back on deck, much to the dismay of the other Melbourne motor vloggers. The name of this channel is still Lyndon's Motorcycle Channel and not Linda's Motorcycle Channel. So sorry, see it with Simon. No sex change. But anyway, thanks guys, I'll see you in the next video.